Hey, thanks for tuning in. If Markelle Fultz is your guy for a chance to win some of his cards, you can get this Blue Velocity from Optic, a Donruss base, and a Panini Mosaic card from him. For a chance to win, leave a comment below. Let me know if you think Markelle Fultz will be boom or bust, and also be a subscriber. And of course, if you like the video, please like the video. What's up, Hoop fans? This is Gary with Hobby Lottery, and today the series is back. We've got an episode of Let's Talk Cards. Today's player of discussion, Markelle Fultz. Is he about to break out this year? Like, he's quietly killing it for the Orlando Magic. At the moment, he's averaging 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 49% from the field and 91% from the free throw line, and giving you 1 steal a game through the first 3 games. And the Magic are undefeated right now. That is crazy, man. Oddly enough, he's not even leading the team in scoring. Terrence Ross actually is at 23 per game, but former overall #1 pick from 17 that the Philadelphia 76ers gave up on. And it might work out for him, guys. Like, it might work out. Now, the only thing is, he is bad from 3 at the moment. He's averaging shooting 25% right now from 3-point range, which is terrible. But it's almost like he doesn't even need the 3 ball right now. Like, so as you guys, any new subscribers, you may not know, but I do live here in Florida, so I've been watching pretty much all the Magic games. And I mean, he's just getting to the basket at will. Okay, so out of these 3 games, 2 of the wins came against the Washington Wizards. You can take that for what it's worth. 1 game they didn't have Westbrook. You can say no one could shut him down. But in that game against the Heat, where they beat him on the season opener, he was driving into the chest of Jimmy Butler, beasting Goran Dragic, was getting around Adebayo and getting to the goal. He only had 15 points that game, but it was off great efficiency. This guy, I feel like in the offseason, he's really just been practicing his footwork and his Euro step, because in the bubble, he wasn't even doing this, and there was barely even an off-season for him to practice it. So I'm wondering if it's really just an all-confidence thing. Because think about it, when he had the injury, like the shoulder impingement, whatever it was that was going on, where it was affecting his jump shot, even a lot of like the analysts and everyone was saying some of it had to be just his lack of assertiveness, and his lack of being confident on the court. And I think that may be behind him now. And here's why I'm kind of thinking about it. The Magic gave him the bag early. Like, they could have waited to see, like, if he finished out this season, if they were going to extend his contract or not. But they gave it to him up front. They signed Jonathan Isaac as well, which at first I thought those were terrible signings. But the more I'm thinking about it, the Magic may not have had a choice, because they're not going to get free agents anyway. I'm wondering if now that he knows he has an organization that actually believes in him, and they're willing to pay and invest in him when no other team would, and the team that got him gave up on him, and now that he knows that his financial security is in place, that it's just one less thing he has to worry about, and now he's just balling without any regard. It's like, I feel like his confidence is just on another level at the moment. He's even a better playmaker. Like, even last year when he was playing for Orlando, I feel like there was a lot of times where he really didn't hit the open guy, or like Mo Bamba would roll to the basket, maybe Kim Birch, or even like Aaron Gordon with a backdoor cut, and he wouldn't thread the needle or hit him with a pass. In these first few games, he's been dime dropping, and he had 2 like awesome like behind the back passes where it's like he's like playing with the defense. It's like it's like he's got this. It's like it's in his body. Well, he doesn't show much like expression on the court. He's a really chill dude. Like, y'all know what I mean. He's not really amped up, but I'm telling you, man, something is different about him this season, and I truly think it may have to, and it could have been too, maybe his shoulder was still kind of affecting him and it's now getting over him. But the fact that he's this good through these first 3 games, and that the season really just ended in the bubble, it's not like he had a whole lot of time to practice and work on this stuff. I think it's a confidence thing, and I think a lot of it may actually have to do with this contract. And low-key, the Magic have made a lot of terrible moves and bad decisions over the years, but this may be one of the swindles that they actually pulled off. I mean, giving up Jonathan Simmons, a top 20 and a 2nd-round pick, for a #1 draft pick that another team's just giving up on. They didn't give up much to obtain him. And if he can continue to give 20, like even 24 and 4, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists per game with this kind of efficiency throughout the course of this 3-year, $50 million contract, that would be well worth it for Orlando. And they got a freaking steal with Markelle Fultz. But yeah, and he's even doubled down on his free throw attempts at the moment. He used to only average like 1 to 2 free throw attempts per game. Right now he's at 4, which is still not a lot. But if you're watching the games, those 4 free throw attempts he's getting, a lot of those are and ones. So he's really getting, he would shoot, like if he was missing the bucket, he would probably be taking like 7 to 8 free throws, if you know what I mean, because he'd be going to the line for 2, but he's only going to the line for 1 because he's just beasting guys in the chest and laying it off the glass and getting and ones, man. I'm telling you, his mid-range game is on point. Like, he's been taking guys, crossing over guards, Euro stepping around them, and then he's also just kind of getting to the paint, and then he's hitting. Westbrook's pretty good at this. Westbrook's not the most efficient guy, but he is pretty good at posting up smaller guards, hitting those short fadeaways in the post. And Markelle Fultz is doing it this year, man. And again, I get it's only through 3 games, and I know it's still early, but I did not see the Magic starting off 3-0 no matter who they were playing against. And they're actually 6th in the league in scoring right now. I think as a team they're averaging close to 120 per game. Might be off a few points on that, but last I checked, I think it was about 120 per game. And Markelle is contributing a lot to that. And yeah, his confidence, everything just looks more swag about him, the way he's playing with the ball more, Euro stepping these guys, driving in their chest. This might be the year that he breaks out and really turns it around, man. I'm really hoping for him. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm just kind of looking at what his cards are going for at the moment. So the ship has sailed on Markelle, and I gotta tell you this too, out of all the research I've done on like past players over the last few years, he's the one guy that doesn't have a whole lot of cards listed. I actually had to double check to make sure I spelled his name right because hardly anything showed up on eBay. I truly believe a lot of people who may have invested in him early on hoarded the cards because he's only got like 100 to like 200 something active listings right now. There's not hardly anything for him on eBay at the moment. You not Google, but you pull up Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Lonzo Ball, any of those guys on eBay, you'll see they'll have hundreds to thousands of active listings for the rookie card, and Markelle Fultz just doesn't have it. I think people are hoarding it, but here's what you're looking at right now. The ship has already sailed. I did the research on this back in October, right when, I can't remember if the bubble was still in effect or if it ended. Basically 2 months ago, his Silver Prism rookie card was selling for $30. The last 3 transactions were they were in the range of 120 to 150. So that's already pretty high. Unless you already have the card, that's going to be high to invest in because I don't really see it like doubling anytime soon or even in the long run. He's got to do a little bit more before I would say go in at those prices. But if you have his cards, it might be a time to offload maybe a Silver Prism. His base Prism was selling for $4 on average 2 months ago. The last transactions are solidly selling for $30. People are already catching on to him, man. They're woke about him. They're not sleeping on him. He's doing his thing. He was doing his thing in the preseason too, but now it's kind of crossed over into the regular season as well. So if you're looking for some cheap opportunities to kind of buy in on him, the Optic rated rookies from that 17 set, they're selling for $10 right now on average, but there's still a whole bunch of listings with them going for $5. People probably not aware that Markelle Fultz's stock is going up. So you guys can buy in low on those. Optic is doing pretty good, especially if you get one, you get it graded. You can really amplify your money on that for sure too. I wouldn't go Don Russ base from that year's rated rookie set just because the design was terrible. It was like a blue and a brown that a lot of people were not a fan of. So I wouldn't bother with the base Don Russ. I will go straight for his Optic rookie card if you're looking for looking into Markelle as an investment. But I feel like this year, just from how he's looking, the confidence is the biggest thing for me, and I think he's just gonna try and send a message to Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Lonzo Ball, Donovan Mitchell, Adebayo. I think he's gonna let them know this year, like, hey, I was a part of this class too, and there was a reason I was taken before you guys. So you can let me know what you think down below. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to agree on your take of if you think he can keep this up. I think he could probably hover around. I think he's at that level where he might be around 17 to 18 points per game. Just from how he's looking, he might be able to maintain an average of 20 per game. But again, it's early. I want to see some more from him, but his confidence is there and the skills were already there. He just had to get his mind right, and I think his mind is right. So let me know below, what do you think of Markelle Fultz? You still think he's going to be a bust, or do you think he's going to turn it around this year? I thank you all for watching. Everybody stay safe, be blessed. Peace.